The Spotlight, the youth and the millennials' place to be heard, starts right now. This week on The Spotlight. Ease on down the road with the youth co-hosts as they bring you an entire show of hot topics. The Oscars, everything everywhere all at once. The youth co-hosts are shining the spotlight on Hollywood's biggest night that was a celebration of inclusivity and ageless talent.
And ladies, don't let anybody tell you you are ever past your prime. Never give up.
This is the American dream.
With career comebacks.
So this is what the multiverse looks like.
Stripped down performances.
Promise me, just hold my hand.
And Oscars host Jimmy Kimmel's swipe at the Oscar audience over last year's Oscar slap.
If anything unpredictable or violent happens during the ceremony, just do what you did last year. Nothing. Sit there and do absolutely nothing.
Classic rock? Superstar comedian Chris Rock strikes back at Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith from the stand-up stage and pulls no punches about the infamous Oscar night incident.
The people I didn't hurt. It still hurts.
Did he hit the right target on the nose, or did he miss the mark? And Emily, Dara, and Rasheda Crockett are this week's guest co-hosts. Now, let's get it on and get this spotlight party started.
Hello. Welcome to the Spotlight. Welcome to the Spotlight. Welcome to the Spotlight. Yes. So joining us as guest co-host this week, we're happy to have Rasheda Crockett joining us and Emily Dara, who I haven't seen in a long time. So the 95th Academy Awards ceremony happened on Sunday night, March 12th, where Everything Everywhere All at Once took home 7 really well-deserved Oscars. Here are just a few standout moments from that Sunday evening. Take a look at this.
And the Oscar goes to...
Mom, I just want an Oscar. My journey started on a boat. I spent a year in a refugee camp. And somehow, I ended up here on Hollywood's biggest stage. They say stories like this only happen in the movies. I cannot believe it's happening to me. This is the American dream.
And the Oscar goes to...
Jamie Lee
And my mother and my father were both nominated for Oscars in different categories. I just want an Oscar.
And the Oscar goes to Brendan Fraser. The whale.
There was a facility that I didn't appreciate at the time until it stopped. And I just want to say thank you for this acknowledgement, because it couldn't be done without my cast.
And the Oscar goes to Michelle Yeoh.
For all the little boys and girls who look like me watching tonight, this is a beacon of hope and possibilities. This is proof that dreams dream big and dreams do come true. And ladies, don't let anybody tell you you are ever past your prime. Never give up.
They had to bring me out a napkin, girl. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know, it's just so much that, you know, with everything, because, you know, where everyone has been talking about, like, Ke Huy Quan's true story about, you know, as we heard in the clip here, it was just so touching, you know. That's the thing about it, you know.
Oh God, did you see an interview he did where he said he almost gave up? Like, how many times are we always like about to give up on something when we're so close, when we're so close to our dream? That was a magical moment for me.
Yes.
Right,
really magical.
And what really struck a chord with me as well was when she was saying, don't let anyone tell you you're past your prime.
Girl.
Because that's also kind of like what he was saying. It's like, these are older actors. They've been trying for so hard and fell on some hard times in the past where they weren't having the career they wanted to. But now they won their awards. Plus, amazing moment for Asian American representation as well, which is a long time coming and still very much needed.
And I mean, okay, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, 8. They were nominated 11 times. They won 7. That was a feast.
Yeah, I was
delicious feast.
I was surprised to see, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis's reaction when she heard that she was getting this award. She was like, "Oh, shut up!" Like, he couldn't believe it here because it was like she couldn't believe that she won the Oscar. I don't think she has ever won any Oscars before in the past movies like she did, where like Halloween or something. Oh, unless if I'm mistaken.
Well, I'll say this: if you grew up and your mother was nominated for an Oscar and your father was nominated for an Oscar, you see Oscar nominations happen in your household, which I can't say I've seen. Or many black people, I'm sure, can say that they've seen.
Right.
You can believe it can happen for you. Is all I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Right. It wasn't that exciting that she won. It was more exciting about.
I mean, not even the excitement, just the
I know what you mean.
unbelievability. Like, girl, I could believe it if my mother did this and my father did this, and I'm in the same position as my parents, and I've seen it. Like, I can believe it too. It's when you haven't seen it that it's hard to believe. I wanted Angela Bassett to win.
Why would you say that here? Like, what? I mean, why? I mean, she's a great actress, yes, but it's like, what made you think about wanting to have Angela Bassett win if the Oscar went to Jamie Lee Curtis instead here?
Well, before it went to Jamie Lee Curtis, I wanted Angela Bassett to win because she deserves an Oscar, and I just like, and frankly, yeah, because I want to see more black women win Oscars.
True.
That's the truth. I would love to see that. It just reminds me how important it is for us to honor our own, because there is no guarantee, deserving or not, that somebody else is going to honor you.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, did you see that whole meme about Angela Bassett when she didn't win? And maybe you can put it in after this, but there was this whole, she kind of went viral for not clapping and not celebrating Jamie Lee Curtis's win. When everyone else, you know, usually people are supposed to clap and be a gracious loser, as they say. I mean, look, I don't have any, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to say that she was not gracious, but it was going around the internet that people were saying, like, look at her, because she was she had a stern look.
I kind of saw that.
She had a stern look
from that clip. Yeah, it's like she was really stern, or it's like it was like I was getting a Jada Pinkett Smith moment here or something. I don't know.
I did see a clip of Angela Bassett. Well, it wasn't of Angela Bassett, but the viral clip that said Angela Bassett did the thing. I stand in agreement. Angela Bassett did the thing. She did the damn thing. And I want my auntie Angela to get her Oscar. She's been killing it in the game for decades.
Yes, and they did, you know, acknowledge her as well during the ceremony when 2 presenters came out. They said, "Hey, auntie."
2 presenters?
Yeah, 2 presenters. 2 actors.
Presenters.
2 actors came out unscripted. They were like,
oh yeah, we
paying
saw that.
tribute.
Michael B. Jordan and
right.
Yeah.
But I think, okay, this is maybe a bit controversial and not, you know, you were crying, you were having the waterworks, which I think it's super sweet. Maybe I have kind of a cold heart because I was not as moved emotionally because I don't think the Oscars are even that great. Like, I think David wants to wrap it up, but I just want to say...
They want me to wrap it up, yes.
I just want to say
but
that
make it quick.
we don't even... I mean, there's just so much importance placed on the Oscars, but, you know, my point being there's a lot of amazing filmmakers and the Academy shouldn't have all this power when a lot of it's also very commercial and not necessarily the fairest way of honoring people.
Okay.
I hear you.
Here, you deserve the Oscars for that. All right?
F the Oscars.
We'll be back, y'all. Give me my Oscar statue here.
How can I help you?
I wanted to mail this
I want to ship this as well.
to Louisiana. What are you doing?
Oh, this is what we do. Oh, it's fine. Come here. Okay. Layla is our messenger pigeon. What?
Oh my God. I'm not comfortable with you attaching this to a pigeon.
Yeah, they sit in a pigeon, like actual, like
Messenger.
a messenger pigeon.
No.
This is mostly secure.
Mostly. Fairly secure.
Yes, sir.
This is very personal to me.
Personal? This is private?
This is crazy.
You know what else is crazy? That SMS text that he's sending? It's unencrypted.
I'm not following.
Other people might see your text just like other people might see that letter.
You're kidding.
No. I have a good feeling about this one. I really do.
Oh, he sent it out.
Off it goes.
You can do that. I wanna know if you can get to that. Can you
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how's sketches, baby? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutvaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
A Dog's Way Home is the story of the extraordinary lengths a dog will go to in order to get back to their family. Every year, millions of dogs and cats end up in shelters and rescue groups. We found our Bella at a shelter in Tennessee. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover they're all pure love. Adopt pure love and help a shelter pet find their way home at theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. So on Saturday night, March 4th, comedian Chris Rock took the stage for the widely anticipated Netflix stand-up special that streamed live around the world. He took his time before getting to the major subject matter of Will Smith slapping him on Oscars night last year. But when he got there, he really didn't hold back. Take a look. Yeah, take a look and you'll see for yourself in this clip.
I got smacked in the Oscars by this and people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. You will never see it. Never gonna happen. I couldn't believe it, and I love Men in Black. No. It's never gonna happen. Everybody called that man a bitch. Charlemagne called him a bitch, and the Breakfast Club called him a bitch, and The View, and The Talk, and every rapper. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. I root for this, okay? And now, I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped. got me rooting for Massa, okay?
I'm surprised he didn't even mention our show here, but I'm like, okay, thank goodness we're safe here, you know, because it could have been worse. I don't know.
You know, a wise man once said that a king's throne is upholden by mercy.
Mm-hmm.
Will Smith went from being the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to a Hollywood king, and I just would have loved to see him exercise a little more mercy in that moment instead of just jumping up and slapping the taste out of Chris Rock's mouth like he did.
Yeah, imagine if Will Smith went like this. You move with your auntie and uncle in Bel-Air to Chris Rock.
I mean, he could, right? You can't tell a grown man, like, you know, Will Smith ain't listening to none of us.
Yeah.
He ain't taking our advice. However, I hated to see that happen at the first Academy Awards produced by a black man.
Will Packer.
Right. To see Will Smith jump up there and get to throwing hands like we was at the park. Just, you know, I didn't see that coming. And clearly neither did Chris Rock.
Yeah, and apparently it did seem like Chris Rock did not accept that apology that Will Smith gave after last year's Oscars incident. And in addition to that, Will Smith reportedly became upset, very upset, over the way Chris Rock came for him at his stand-up special. So, what do you think of all of this? And obviously, I don't know if you were able to watch it fully, and how much do you think this Celebrity Family feud is going to continue to last? Because will this feud between Chris Rock, Will Smith, and Jada Pinkett Smith ever come to an end, or will it just continue on here? And what do you think Jada Pinkett Smith might say here? Because it's really is like a lot of shade being thrown out, I think, here. I mean, what do you see this here?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if they're even milking it for publicity at this point. I wouldn't put it past the Smiths or the Pinkett Smiths, because they love the spotlight and red table talk, and they thrive on drama. They're just a lot, and I did comment on his apology on one of our last episodes of The Spotlight, where I did feel like he was doing too much with the apology and making it all about himself.
Right.
So yeah, he kind of lost his throne, like you said.
And I want to be like, no, the Smiths are all about peace, but we all saw it. We all saw that man get up and smack him. So I can't even, like, girl, I'm with you when you're right. I think it's going to go down infamously, like that time Mike Tyson bit off Evander Holyfield's ear.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
this slap is gonna go down in history like that. Like, we're gonna be talking about this like when Peter chopped off the dude's ear in the Bible. We're gonna talk about this for a while.
Yeah,
biblical.
It's biblical.
Well, it's less talk of the time when Tiffany Haddish spread rumors about someone biting Beyonce here.
Was that
I do remember that rumor.
Okay.
You missed out on it, but I think you're smarter for not having read that rumor. So
Tiffany Haddish is a great person. Beyonce, great person.
Yeah. So much. But it's interesting to think about how, like, can't the three of you just get along? And can't Jada Pinkett Smith at least lighten up and stop acting like she is just, like, what's the term they use? It's like, she's
a sourpuss.
Well, I guess you could say that, or bleep that out here. But the term I'm thinking of is like she's not really just genuine.
Oh,
I disagree.
Yeah. You think she's fake?
I disagree. I disagree with the thought that Jada Pinkett is disingenuous or a fake person. I think that's how we all know Jada is from being real, from a different world to her sharing her life on Red Table Talk. So I hear you. I just disagree.
Whatever happens on The Spotlight. But thank you, Chris, for not mentioning your show, but at least give us a shout out for for supporting you at least, but just don't curse us, okay? We'll be
name is Antoine Dawberry, and I am one of the vocal instructors here at Boys and Girls Harper. That's what I need to hear. Teaching them the basics of performing through singing. A lot of times the kids, they come and they don't know the basics, and so we teach them those basic skills that they need to perform on stage. Also the basics on how to be a triple threat, so actor, singer, and dancer in the same space.
She might like to talk, he might like to skip, she might like to run, man, this world's a trip, you gotta have fun.
The development of the children is the best, I think that's the best, most rewarding part for me. I came through the same type of training when I was their age, and so to be able to come back and do the same thing to children who want to be performers and actors and singers and dancers, it's great, so yeah.
Bayard Rustin is a pretty significant figure in Black history and civil rights movement, and because of history and his LGBTQ status, he wasn't really included in history. Like, you look at all history books, you never really hear about him or him leading anything. And this musical is doing their best to highlight what he did and all that he did for Martin Luther King Jr. and everybody else in the civil rights movement.
I think it's a really good experience, especially because we get to branch out and meet new people in terms of new students who've joined us for the first time this summer, but also meeting people who are very active in theater in the real world, especially the main cast of this musical. And I think it's great for a lot of our younger students to have this experience just because it's a good opportunity for them to branch out and learn new things and try things that they've never done before.
We must resist.
Welcome back. Before we go, hold the teleprompter. There was something you wanted to point out here?
Oh, I mean, just about Chris Rock's stand-up special. I thought it was awesome. Everyone should watch it, right? Chris Rock is a comedic genius. I expected it to be nothing short of genius, right? Like, Chris Rock has won 3 Grammys for Best Comedy Album. He would have won 4, but Tambourine, he started getting real unrelatable, talking about, you know how when you go to the Bahamas? Like, no, Chris, we don't know how you go to the Bahamas. But I expected it to be comedic gold, and it was comedic gold. It's just crazy that capitalism is really the big winner from the Chris Rock, Will Smith smack.
Okay. Good?
Thanks for listening.
Good?
Great.
Okay. Actor and 90s TV star of Boy Meets World, Ben Savage, has announced his run for Congress as a Democrat for Representative Adam Schiff's Southern California congressional seat. He says he's choosing to run to restore faith in the government by offering reasonable and innovative and compassionate solutions to the country's most pressing issues. This apparently happens to be the second time Ben Savage is running as a politician. And people could correct me if I'm wrong here, but here's why he's saying he's running for Congress as a Democrat. Take a look.
So many people associate you with your acting. So what do you say to critics who say you don't have the experience to fill this seat?
I would say that I've been working and acting since I was 5 years old. I've been working union jobs and union sets since I was 5. I've understood from a very young age what it means to be on a set, to be working, to be responsible for other people on the set. And I've worked hard my entire life, my entire career, and I want to bring my skills and passion and talents and bring them to Congress.
How do you plan to stand out from that field in the primaries?
Great question. And again, for me, it's about the ground game. It's about reaching out to voters. It's about, hearing people's stories and talking to them and getting to know the people of the 30th District. That was something that I really, really enjoyed in previous campaigns, and it's something that I'm passionate about. I'm passionate about hearing people's stories, hearing their struggles, and coming up with solutions for people. There's a lot of issues that are facing the 30th District, and I want to bring my passion my enthusiasm, and my skill set to help. I think we need new and passionate leaders in Washington. We need new energy. We need solutions-based people. We need to get rid of the negativity. We need honesty. We need sincerity. We need tireless people that want to go to D.C. and work hard and actually get stuff done. I'm not seeing that. I'm seeing negativity in D.C., and that's just not what I want for myself, for my family, or for my nieces, for my nephews, and I want some more positivity in D.C.
All right. Well, you think you'll make it, or your thoughts? What you think? This second time's the charm, or?
I mean, he's a celebrity, and our culture is obsessed with celebrity right now. I
Yeah.
mean, look at what happened to the presidency a few years ago. You know, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was elected. So I think, especially with California, he's running in California, correct?
Mhm.
So, you know, all these LA people love their actors. So I think he has a good shot because he has that name brand as a celebrity and that recognition. I think he has a good shot.
Actors running for political office in the state of California makes plenty of sense to me, especially when they're white men.
Yeah, exactly. So he has a leg up on the competition, but I was not impressed by by those interview clips. They really left me feeling like he was very bland. I mean, are you experienced? Yeah, I was working as an actor, like, since I was 4. It's like, well, someone else, you know, could be working since they were a kid.
Have you been
doing a
working
different
since
job.
you were 4?
Well, not as a child actor, but, you know, working to, you know, take care of my pets.
Have your pet spayed or neutered.
Working to, you know, become a co-host on the Spotlight.
That part, yeah. I mean,
why do you ask, and what about you?
Because I don't think that's common. I mean, I don't think it's common to have been working since you were 5 years old. I mean, I wonder, it's a point that I never thought of, like, okay, well, maybe you do have a level of work ethic because you have been working, you know, this is his second career at this point. I mean, Topanga would make a great first lady, as well as the name of a canyon.
You know, you've been putting that in my mind for the past few years because I could always see them getting married and everything else, like in real life. Right. Not as like TV characters in addition, but you know, it's like, who knows? But you know, it go with the flow. All right, Ben Savage, we want to have you on the show because we definitely like to interview you on why you're choosing to run for Congress, among other things, because we have other questions that we're curious to know about here. Am I right?
Yeah, we'll have him on the show.
I mean, this is New York. Let's see if he's into that.
Okay. I had to take a deep breath on that because I hold my breath on that part, all right? But we'll be right back, all right?
This man needs updated COVID protection. So does she. Yep. These guys too. Because COVID is still out there. And so are you. And if your last vaccine was before September 2022, you're out there with fading protection. But an updated vaccine restores your protection, so you can keep doing you. Get an updated COVID vaccine and stay out there safely.
Welcome back. You know, someone brought up Michael B. Jordan. Yes. Michael B. Jordan is every woman's favorite. And anyone wants to say he's yummy, I guess go ahead. Now, or just hold your peace, okay? And he's also everyone's favorite bro here. And he had a red carpet reunion with L'Oreal, who is an old classmate of Michael's and is now a podcast and radio show host of the Morning Hustle show. He reminded her of some passed on their comments she made about him when they were in high school. Take a look.
Morning Hustle Show, we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people that you were directed with versus?
It was awesome. You know, it's a family vibe. The last nine years of my life, I spent on the Creed films. They're very supportive. You know, Tessa, Felicia, Rashad, Wood Harris, people that see me grow up. And for the fact that I stepped behind the camera and finally got a chance to direct them, they loved it, they embraced it, and it was a wonderful experience.
And was it difficult for you mentally because you're coming out of a different space?
I didn't know he was doing the athletic gear. I mean, I was staying in it. This is about y'all. This ain't about me.
Isn't this the sexiest man show off right here? Who's the sexiest man? Because now who's the sexiest man? Because I thought you said you're on the way up. He might be the one right now.
This is the one. This is the one right here. Yeah. See this?
So is it a tie?
Ain't no tie. We don't compete. Yeah, we don't compete.
Two number ones. Batman and Batman. Or should I? Oh, no, can't say that.
Superman and Superman.
Superman and Superman, sorry.
Good luck with that. Love you, bro.
Okay, so you also are going to do a new film with Will Smith very soon coming up. Is the rumor out there?
Not sure. We're still working on the script. You know, that's something that I plan on doing in the future. Not sure when, you know, with these movies. I'm just trying to get through this project.
Right,
you know, when I get finished with this one, then I'll figure out what's going on next.
And how is it filming in Atlanta?
It was amazing. I've done 4 or 5 films down here, shot a couple television shows, so Atlanta's a second home to me, and I love coming down here to shoot.
Favorite restaurant here?
Oh, man. Whatever hotel I'm in, their restaurant.
Well, you're not corny anymore.
Yo.
Wait a minute. Could you play that clip again? Because wait a minute.
Morning Hustle Show, we got Michael B. Jordan, the director and the star of Creed 3. And, you know, we know each other. We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here. How is the difference between you actually directing and working with the same people that you were directed with versus?
It was awesome. You know, it's a family vibe. The last nine years of my life, I spent on the Creed films. They're very supportive. You know, Tessa, Felicia, Rashad, Wood Harris, people that see me grow up. And for the fact that I stepped behind the camera and finally got a chance to direct them, they loved it, they embraced it, and it was a wonderful experience.
And was it difficult for you mentally because you're coming out of a different space?
I didn't know he was doing the athletic gear. I mean, I was staying in it. This is about y'all. This ain't about me.
Isn't this the sexiest man show off right here? Who's the sexiest man? Because now who's the sexiest man? Because I thought you said you're on the way up. He might be the one right now.
This is the one. This is the one right here. Yeah. See this?
So is it a tie?
Ain't no tie. We don't compete. Yeah, we don't compete.
Two number ones. Batman and Batman. Or should I? Oh, no, can't say that.
Superman and Superman.
Superman and Superman, sorry.
Good luck with that. Love you, bro.
Okay, so you also are going to do a new film with Will Smith very soon coming up. Is the rumor out there?
Not sure. We're still working on the script. You know, that's something that I plan on doing in the future. Not sure when, you know, with these movies. I'm just trying to get through this project.
Right,
you know, when I get finished with this one, then I'll figure out what's going on next.
And how is it filming in Atlanta?
It was amazing. I've done 4 or 5 films down here, shot a couple television shows, so Atlanta's a second home to me, and I love coming down here to shoot.
Favorite restaurant here?
Oh, man. Whatever hotel I'm in, their restaurant.
Well, you're not corny anymore.
Girl.
Now, David's on the floor.
David's on the ground. David.
This dropped him. He can't even believe
David
the audacity.
Yo. Tell him why you mad.
She did not come correct
That
to
part.
the interview.
David, tell him why you mad. How'd you end up on the ground?
L'Oreal, what on earth is your problem here?
It's like, why would you end that with you ain't cool?
Thank you.
You see that he didn't like it when you said it the first time
Exactly.
in high school.
Then why did you say it again?
She learned nothing. L'Oreal, you learned nothing during that encounter. Here's the lesson I learned watching that mistake. You gotta be so careful. You really do. And even I'm saying that, like, Lord Jesus, we all have to be careful because you never know who someone can become. That person that you're bullying, and I'm not talking about correcting, that you straight up calling corny and making fun of their name. They can grow up to be Michael B. Jordan.
That's it.
And now you done played yourself because the future Michael B. Jordan don't like you.
Yeah,
because you're mean.
Yeah, and because you're a bully as well. Like, you bullied Michael Jordan back in high school, so it's like, why are you denying it here?
All right, you guys might be overreacting because did she really bully him? She just called him corny.
Back
And she's
in high
also a
school.
critic.
She also
You know,
said she made fun of his name.
That's it.
Okay, in high school, but I don't know if you can just jump to the bullying accusation.
Has anyone made fun of your name? They used to call me Rasheda Crockett. That was not nice. I still remember it.
People made fun of me. They call me fat boy here. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Like, it's something that the man was sensitive about, right?
That's it.
It's true. No, it's true. I have, there's definitely been some high school trauma and being made fun of that I think everyone goes through. I just mean, let's cut her some slack now as an adult because in high school, not all of our brains are fully formed. She might not have known any better.
That part.
And now everyone's coming for her.
Nah, you're right. You're right.
She's also a professional, critic and radio host, so she analyzes these celebrities and it's her job to kind of push buttons, right?
That's
so
an excellent point.
she's
She did
she's
that.
probably liking the publicity that she went viral about it. And I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm just saying on the other side of it, let's not demonize this woman.
Like Dara Mordova.
For calling someone
she did
corny.
That. She did that. She definitely did that. She definitely pressed them buttons.
Yeah, because you guys were cracking up like about his face in the video.
No, the faces were funny. The faces were funny. He was looking at her like, "What's your question?"
Yeah,
ma'am.
Listen, I dealt with situation. I'm dealing. If there's some people here that I'm gonna be like that, and I'm with Michael B. Jordan on this because there's some people here that if they become media stars like L'Oreal, I'm gonna be like, all right, what the hell is your question? I just walk on by. I don't got time for your nonsense because you were acting weird in front of me back in college or the school days, and yet you want to start denying things here because some females just don't understand or they don't realize they got some sort of mental.
Females or humans?
You gotta take it all the way. Yeah, let's
roll it back.
Not females.
Well, not all females, but from my experience that I've been through.
Not all.
Oh, David.
Not all men.
Listen, there have been some people or like sometimes females that have really just lost their minds, and I'm like, what? Then and it's like they flip flop basically here, and I'm
Well,
like,
it's any people. I mean, don't make it gender specific. It could be anyone.
well, yeah, but it's like
I think Michael B. Jordan is a good celebrity, and I felt like he handled that situation well.
Yeah, he handled it well, and I'm going to be like Michael B. Jordan. And if a person that I don't like just wants to be like that, then I'm moving forward.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think he should have brought it up at all? Or he could have just, like, let it go and not brought it up at all?
He could have just, like, stayed professional, or, I don't know. We'll be right back. I got nothing, all right?
Jonesy kitty, Jonesy kitty, Jonesy cat. She is my kitty. She is my squiddy. She is my Jonesy. She is
things can get pretty ugly when you're bored. In an after-school program, you can find something way better to do.
Before he was a major league pitcher, threw a no-hitter, and then a perfect game. Before he made history, Mark Burley was just a kid, cut from his high school team twice. Before Bear taught himself to predict seizures and inspired thousands by saving his owner's life. Before he became a hero, he was just another dog in a Texas animal shelter. There's hidden potential in all of us. We just need someone to see it. Find it at adoptapet.com.
Welcome back. Apparently, there was a time when youth ages 16 and up counted the days until they got their driver's license. However, Gen Z, Generation Z, isn't in a rush to get behind the wheel of a car, bus, truck, or van. They are driving at a much slower rate than previous generations, and when the Washington Post talked to a few of these young people, they gave reasons like the expense and the environmental impact of cars, and they said if they need a ride, they can just call an Uber or a Lyft, or perhaps a Via, or what they have now, a Rebel, which we did not have when we were kids. There was no Uber, no Lyft, no Via, none of those ride apps here that we had here. We just had public transportation, and that was it.
And some roller skates.
None of that. Whatever else you could do to get around.
I think Gen Zers don't want to drive because it'll force them to put their phones down.
Hot take.
Hot take.
But very accurate. It's definitely the iPhone generation where they live in front of a screen constantly. But, you know, I really like also taking a city bike. I actually city biked here to the studio, David. You saw me come in with my helmet.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of cities that have these bike share programs, and I think it's great to get away from car culture, honestly. And I think that maybe they're being a bit smart about it as well, because cars are very damaging for both the environment and for the safety of people. There's a lot of automobile deaths every year. It's actually the leading cause of death for people 1 to 54.
Well,
you know, and I think there's a lot of people trying to cover that up because the automobile industry is so big. But, you know, if you don't drive, look for other forms of transportation, I think that's great.
I do believe, or maybe I wonder if you guys agree with this, that Gen Z, that generation, they're super concerned about climate change because they're the generation that will inherit the earth. I mean, I'm a millennial. It's like I care, but like, I'm gonna be gone. Y'all really care. This y'all mess to clean up. So if they're saying that they're choosing to do rideshare or they're choosing more climate-friendly ways to get around, I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like public transportation or the more environmentally friendly ways. Rollerblading, like you said, you grew up rollerblading, right?
Can't get enough. Can't get enough of that.
Roller skating is super fun. And yeah, I mean, it's just so dangerous being behind a car. Like I said, like so many car crashes, it's just really unfortunate that it's such a big cause of death. I was looking at the statistics and I was like, more people are dying from car crashes than homicides or than fires, but it's not really, talked about as much. So if they can automate, with the new cars coming out that are self-driving, I think it could avoid a lot of accidents also. So I'm like, hats off to Gen Z. Keep moving it forward with pushing back against car culture. That's my take. What do you think, David?
Hats off to Geico and Allstate here, okay? But a woman wrote into the Washington Post advice columnist because she could not figure out why her best friend would not introduce her new boyfriend. Get this here. The friend finally admitted that she didn't want to introduce them because she was convicted that he will find her more attractive than that will be the end of...
You got it.
I mean, is there a problem here with the boyfriend fearing that he got stolen or something, whatever? I'm like...
So a woman wrote into the Washington Post to ask for advice because she couldn't understand why her best friend wouldn't introduce her new boyfriend. And the friend who had the boyfriend finally admitted that she didn't want to introduce them because she was afraid that the boyfriend would like her friend and find her friend attractive. So she just didn't introduce him. I mean, I heard that and I just wanted to give that lady a hug. I was like, dag, girl. Dag.
And thank you for clarifying it, because David's words failed him.
Yeah, he fell out again.
he could have been on the floor just now as we tried to get out the story. So
no, that's fair.
You came through. You came through. I mean, but yeah, I think... What do I think about this? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I don't really love that it's all about not trusting your friends.
Well, do you think it's about insecurity or not trusting your friends or both? Or not trusting your new man?
I think it's about cheating here, in my opinion here. Like, it almost sounds like if the other friend isn't interested in the boyfriend, it's like and there's a possibility that someone could cheat on someone. That's the way I see it. I don't even care, but I'm like, what do I know?
I mean, I think there is a balance of wisdom, right? To not introduce somebody you're dating to all of your friends right away. Like, I mean, I'm the type of personality that, like, if I'm dating someone, I'll be out parading my dude on Broad Street early, right? Like, it takes a while, and then even then, I'll introduce him to the friends that I'm like, oh, okay, well, it needs to be organic. But if your fear is that he'll find your friend attractive, that sounds like you have an issue with fear more than it sounds like you have an issue with either him or her.
Right.
Right.
You need to work on yourself.
Yes.
Maybe do a soft launch on Instagram first.
Soft launch it first. Right?
The kids are doing soft launches these days.
The girls are doing the soft launch. Get into it.
I like a hard launch.
And this person here who is looking directly into the camera sees that we gotta go, but I need to make a joke here where I just make sure that everyone protects me from people spitting on me on Chambers Street here in New York, okay? We'll be right back. All right?
Did somebody spit on you?
I'm just teasing.
Oh.
Have you ever seen or heard of those red stairs in Times Square? Well, today I'm going to be out asking people their opinions and feelings on the stairs. So, let's go!
Hello, my name's Natalie and I'm at the Red Stairs here to interview people on the Red Stairs. So, what are your names?
Patricia Lockwood. Lois Carranza.
So, what's your name?
Sia.
Where are you guys from?
Leesburg, Virginia. Springfield, Virginia.
What made you come here today?
Cheap theater tickets. And we knew you would be here.
We come to New York City to watch the plays.
Yes, I'm born in Taiwan and I'm here for like a trip, like filming and all those stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any thoughts or any opinions on like just these stairs in general? Do you think it adds like a good type of piece to Times Square? Like, is it weird? Is it okay?
I've been coming here for years. I remember when there weren't any stairs there, and I think it adds to it.
To think there was actually a time when those stairs weren't there sounds crazy.
Does it add something good to Times Square? Like,
Yeah, kind of. I think like because it's like it gives you a view because it goes up, so you can like have a different angle of like all the Times Square. So I think it is better to have like this kind of stairs because you can go like up there to like have a view like whole Times Square. So I think it's not bad.
I'm gonna have to Google Father Murphy Duffy because I don't know who he is. But the stairs are very attractive and people seem to be enjoying them.
Been around a very long time, but at one time it was just this tiny little booth. And you had to pay cash, and it has changed. I've been coming for like 30 years. It's changed so much.
She was right. Back then, it was only a tiny little booth. But look at it now. From the sound of it, people really enjoy the stairs. But Sia mentions one of the not so good things about them.
I see like a lot of people like they throw their garbage like right on the stairs. So I think like the New York City have to do something about that. But I think, yeah, it's good. I like the stairs.
It was pretty interesting to hear the different views and opinions on the TKTS stairs today. Check out the TKTS stairs in Times Square whenever you're there, because I know I will.
Peace.
Welcome back. We talk about a lot of issues that affects everyone, including us young individuals, but we like to take things up a notch by entertaining you with some funny or relaxing videos of Zens. So we at the Spotlight present to you with our new segment, Your Moment of Zen. Watch and enjoy.
Yesterday, Joe Biden was in Virginia Beach to give a speech about the cost of health care, and he cheered up the crowd with a feel-good story about being in the ICU.
By the way, you docs are good. If there's any angels in heaven, they're all nurses, male and female. You know why? You guys make us, allow us to live. Nurses make you want to live. When I was at Walter Reed all that time, after a couple craniotomies, I was lying there, and I had a nurse named Pearl Nelson, military. She'd come in and do things that I don't think you learn in medical school, nursing school.
Is it over yet?
Gobert is hilarious.
If this Moment of Zen segment is over, then we'll be right back, okay? Woo.
Hi guys, this is Anna Curiel and welcome to the YC Weekly. Life can be very stressful and can leave you feeling exhausted. So today we have 10 fabulous tips on how to stay happy and healthy. Okay, so let's get right into it. My first tip is to get plenty of exercise. It's important to move your body if you want to stay healthy. Next up, it is important to be social and interact with your peeps. Maintaining connection is a great way to strengthen your bonds.
Come on, you have to be kidding me!
Another important thing is to make sure you drink plenty of water. You gotta stay hydrated if you wanna make it through the day. Oh, thank you. Do I have to drink all that?
Yes.
Always be a good citizen and help others in need in any way you can. Even a little help can go a long way.
Are you okay?
Next up, learn anything you can. Knowledge is power, and power can be used to accomplish many things like People don't realize this, but it's okay to say no once in a while. Sometimes you're not able to help someone, and it's okay to let them know that.
Hey, I'm a little strapped for cash. Can you go rob a bank for me?
It is nice to occasionally go out and take a walk around town. Gotta keep on smiling no matter what. Make sure nothing gets you down. In order to keep your happiness, you should always do what you love. If you enjoy your work, you'll be more invested in it. Finally, be who you are and be that well. Well, this is all for today, guys. Don't forget to like the Youth Channel Facebook page, follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching, and peace out.
All right. Well, time just goes so fast. We're unfortunately out of time, and we're thankful that you guys co-hosted with us. We want you all to have a great week. Good luck, be well, be safe, and we'll see you on the spotlight. While y'all keep it 100. See you next week. Woo!
I just won an Oscar.